Candela, hypnotherapist, transformation coach, and a spiritual teacher. You're about to listen to a recording of one of my regression sessions. If you enjoy the content on my channel, please consider subscribing. And if you click on the bell, it will inform you of any of my future postings. Also, leave a comment and click like, because that helps to bring this kind of content to more viewers. I hope you enjoy the recording, and I hope to see you again in my future videos. I'd like you to tell me the first impressions that you get as you reach the surface.
It feels like an old western.
What do you see around you?
Shops, cobblestone, roads.
Are you in town then?
Yes.
How big is the town?
2 roads, like a T.
Do you see people around you?
Yes, they're busy.
I'd like you to look down at your feet and tell me what you're wearing on your feet.
Just all leather work boots.
And now become aware of your body and tell me what you're wearing on it.
I'm wearing brown pants, a button-up shirt, and a vest.
Are you in a male body?
I think so.
Are you young or old?
I'm in my 30s.
Are you healthy?
Yeah.
Now direct your attention once again to what's happening around you. Just describe to me some of the things that you're noticing.
Women are shopping. They have big dresses on. It's busy. I feel like I'm just watching.
Notice if you have anything in your hands, if you're carrying anything.
No, but I feel like I'm a sheriff.
Do you have anything on your head?
A hat.
What kind of hat?
Not a cowboy hat, more flat.
What identifies you as a sheriff?
The badge on my vest.
What does it look like?
It's gold and a star.
So how do you feel about standing there this day?
I feel happy. I feel proud. My town is a success.
Were you there from the beginning?
I don't know. I have a horse.
With you?
He's tied up.
So how is being a sheriff in this town? Do you get a lot of trouble?
Just drunks. That's all.
Where is this town located?
It's in the West, the United States.
How old is it?
It's fairly new. A couple years.
Now become aware of how you came to be there.
Job opening.
Were they looking for a sheriff?
Yeah.
Where did you come from?
The South.
So on the count of 3, I'd like you to see yourself standing in front of a place where you live. 1, 2, and 3. Describe it to me.
It's a dark red brick. Modern. It's not in the town I was just in.
Is this a place where you came from?
Could be. It's 2 stories.
Is it a standalone?
No. It's with other ones that are attached to it.
So is it like a townhouse?
Yeah, it looks more like a store.
A store?
Yeah.
So go ahead and enter it and tell me what you see inside.
It's a general store. And I live upstairs.
Oh, I see. And who owns this general store?
I don't know.
Where is the store located? Is it far from the town where you work?
It's a couple miles away.
Why do you live here?
It's free.
Why is it free?
It's with the job.
Oh, so they provided this housing for you?
Yeah.
So go upstairs to the place where you live and describe to me what you see.
There's a table at the top of the stairs. It's a round table and a bed at the front by the window. It's just a twin bed though. It's just me.
How do you like staying there?
It's comfortable. It's quiet.
And is this general store located within a town?
Yeah, but it's not where I was. I think it's undeveloped, so it feels like two different towns, but it could be the same because the roads between are dirt and it's just open land, so it feels like it's two different places, but it's not.
So are you a sheriff of just that small two-street town or a bigger territory?
My house sits on a main street and the two-road town is still developing.
So it's just a section of the bigger town that's growing?
Yeah.
I see. So now I'd like you to imagine yourself having a meal and just tell me what you notice.
Homemade biscuit and gravy. There's sausage. I'm drinking coffee.
Where are you eating them?
At my table.
Who makes the meals for you?
The shopkeeper's wife.
Do you have to pay for that?
No. I don't have a big appetite. I think I feel depressed because I'm tired of eating alone.
Did you have anyone in your life before you came to that town?
Nothing permanent or serious.
Are you looking for a relationship?
Yeah, I'd like a relationship.
On the count of 3, you're going to move back to the place where you lived before you took this job. 1, 2, and 3, and tell me what you see.
I'm on a farm. I think it's my parents' farm. I train horses.
Do you have other animals on the farm, or do you grow things?
We have cows and horses and dogs. I have a big family.
Tell me about your family.
I have 3 sisters, 4 brothers.
How do you feel about your family?
I love them.
What about your parents?
They're strict. I can't see my mom.
Is she alive?
I don't think so.
What happened to her?
Childbirth killed her.
So your dad raised all of you by himself?
Yeah, I'm the oldest. He leans on me for everything.
So how was it growing up with so many siblings and without a mother?
We all worked together. We were strong and tight as a unit. We're a strong family. We do what we gotta do. But my dad's tired, and I don't want the farm.
Did you tell him?
He knows.
So what is he planning to do?
He hasn't said, but I feel like I need to leave.
Why do you need to leave?
I don't want to get stuck here.
So now move to the time when you make that decision. And what happens?
I lied to him and tell him I'm coming back.
Are you going to take that sheriff's job?
Yeah, but I don't know how I'm going to get it. It was posted.
At the time that you leave, how old is your youngest sibling?
8, I think.
And you're already in your 30s?
Yeah.
Is your dad okay with you leaving?
Yeah, he thinks I'm coming back.
And so go ahead now and move back to the time that you're standing on the street, observing the town. How do you feel now about leaving your home?
I'm happy that I'm away from the farm.
Do you stay in touch with your family?
No, not because I don't want to. It's just very far away.
Is there a way to send letters?
Yeah, there's a post office.
But you don't write to them?
I'm too busy.
I see. So I want you to move to the next significant moment in that life and tell me what's happening.
I met a young lady.
Tell me about her.
She's shy. She's an only child. So she's spoiled. She's pushing me to get married.
Why is she pressuring you?
It's what we're supposed to do.
Do you like her?
She's fine. We get along.
Is that enough for you?
Yeah.
And what do you do?
We got married.
Where do you live?
We're building a house. It's little. It's a log home just outside of the city. Evanswood is the name.
And what state is it?
Montana?
Mm-hmm. Are you still the sheriff?
Yeah.
So tell me about a regular day at work. What kinds of things do you have to do?
I have 2 men that work for me. I do a lot of paperwork. They go on the street. I go home and she's there cooking dinner.
How are you getting along?
We get along fine.
So let's freeze that for a second and tell me, how did you get the job of the sheriff without any experience?
I think I lied.
How did that process work?
I was interviewed by the mayor, and because the city was just starting, he was desperate. I told him I had experience, but my references were too far away.
Is he pleased with your work so far?
Yeah, I take it serious.
Have you had any big problems that you had to deal with?
No, it's a very nice town. Everyone gets along.
Good. Now, on the count of 3, you will see yourself in the next significant moment in that life. 1, 2, and 3. Tell me what's happening.
I'm laying in bed.
What happened?
Everyone's looking at me like they feel sorry for me.
Are you feeling any discomfort?
No, but the doctor is here.
What's the doctor saying?
Let's pray.
So we're going to move backward in time to the moment something happened that brought you to bed. Just find yourself there and tell me what's happening.
I'm throwing up blood. I have been for a while.
Were you injured or are you sick?
I'm sick.
What else are you experiencing?
Bloody stool. I have stomach cancer.
How old are you?
38.
Do you have any children?
No, she can't have kids.
And how is your relationship with your wife?
It's good. She's crying.
How long have you been sick?
Couple months.
Has the doctor been able to help you at all?
Just with pain.
And how are you feeling?
I feel fine. I know I'm sick, but I feel okay. I don't understand why everyone's so sad.
Do you feel fine enough to get up and go back to work?
No.
If something happens to you, will your wife be provided for?
I don't think so. She's on her own.
Does she have a family of her own still?
Yeah. She can go back home.
So I'd like you to move now to the last day of that life and tell me what you're experiencing.
I'm tired. I feel like I just want to let go. Go to sleep and not wake up.
How long have you been sick?
Couple months.
And is there anyone next to you?
My wife.
Is she talking to you?
She's rubbing my back. I'm just tired and want to go to sleep.
So allow yourself to begin that transition as your body goes to deep, comfortable sleep and your spirit lifts out and begins to rise higher and higher. Look back at the life you left behind and tell me what your thoughts are on that life.
There was a lot left undone. I didn't live long enough.
What kinds of things did you want to complete?
I wanted to see my family again, and I wanted to take her on vacation to the mountains, but I worked too much before I got sick.
Become aware of your father and how he went on with his life and handled the fact that you weren't coming back.
He doesn't do much after I leave. He puts it on my brothers and sisters.
Are they able to handle it?
Yeah, they keep it going for a while.
And now become aware of your wife and how does she do after your passing?
She gets remarried to a man that has children, and she's happy. She can be a mother.
Become aware of the purpose that your soul selected for that life experience.
I gotta stop telling people what I think they want to hear and be more honest.
So in that life you were practicing being honest?
Not at all. I lied a lot and I felt terrible.
Now become aware of why you got cancer at such a young age and passed away so early. What was the reason for that exit?
I couldn't make her happy. I don't know why I got cancer, but she settled for me.
That's odd, being that she was the one who was pressuring you and you were kind of neutral about it.
She just wanted to get married. I didn't believe in love.
Why's that?
I just felt unloved, unlovable.
And become aware of where that came from.
I don't know.
Your heart consciousness will direct you to the answers that you need, to the experiences, to the visions, to the source of that belief that you were not loved or lovable.
I feel like I should have been a better man. I could have done things different. I could have done what I wanted, not what my family wanted. And then when I did do what I wanted, it was too late. I didn't have much time left. I felt guilt because of my dishonesty.
Now, as you merge more with your soul, I'd like you to see an alternative potential for that life. What different path would have been more satisfactory to you?
I would have stayed on the farm and helped my family. I deserted them when they needed me the most.
Wouldn't that have been doing what they needed and not what you wanted?
I don't know what I wanted. I just wasn't happy in one spot.
And if you stayed on the farm, how would that life have unfolded?
Just working day after day. I wouldn't have gotten married.
Would that have been a happier path for you?
I think so.
In what way?
I wouldn't have let her down.
How about for yourself? Would you have felt more fulfilled?
I wouldn't have felt the guilt that I felt for lying to my dad and lying about my resume. But I wasn't raised to be happy. I was raised to do what needed to be done.
So once again, become aware of what your soul wished you to experience. Was there any particular lesson that it wanted you to experience or reinforce?
Honesty was a big part of that life. I had to learn the hard way what lying did to people.
I want you to become aware how that lesson is applicable to Susan's current life.
I'm very blunt, harsh with my words. I don't take the time to think about the things that I say to people, how it may hurt them. I just say what I think.
So it seems to be a different path, but to the same outcome. In the end, people still get hurt, but now you're not lying to them. You're being very blunt with them.
I don't want to hurt anybody.
So become aware of how that life lesson can inform you in this life.
Honesty is good. Doing what I want is okay. Don't do things just because people expect me to. I do what makes me happy.
And the part about hurting?
I don't mean to hurt people, but my desires and what I want in this life come before other people's.
As you allow the images of that life to fade away, you are becoming more and more aware of your soul identity. And you're going to notice that there is someone waiting for you. And as you focus your attention on them, they will just begin to come into focus.
It's my dad. He's smiling.
As you greet each other, he may communicate to you with words or thoughts or emotions, but you will be able to understand him perfectly well. Does he have anything to say to you?
He said it's okay. I wouldn't expect any less. You're just like me.
Now, is this Susan's father from current life?
Yeah.
And I want you to share with him any worries or regrets or concerns you have.
I'm sorry that I didn't tell you I loved you. I was mean. I was just protecting. I didn't want you hurt again, but I should have supported you.
And how does he respond?
He says, "Oh, poo," and hugs me. It's okay.
It's hard to stay upset on that side, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he can see right through to your heart, to your core. So he probably doesn't even need an explanation. He already knows.
I can let it go.
That's right. And now let it go. As you breathe out, that cloud of energy that you've been holding on to will flow right out of you. And now it's gone. How does it feel now to let it go?
It feels good.
Mm-hmm. Now your dad may tell you that there's someone else waiting for you that he has brought along.
He has my dog, Michelle. She looks the same as when I had her. He has all my dogs.
And as you spend a few moments with your beloved dogs, you can ask if there is anybody else that wishes to speak to you.
No, he knows I only want my dogs.
Okay. You can ask him if he hangs around and guides you.
He said always.
And you can also ask him if there is a signal or a sign he gives you that he is close, so that you can recognize his presence.
He says every time I think of him, he's there. Which is a lot. But no signal.
Okay. So it's just as easy as that. When you focus your attention, he draws near.
Yeah.
Now that he understands things a lot clearer, I wonder if he can help you shed some light from a soul perspective on the relationship that you have with your mother.
He says I had to have that. It made me tough. I have to be tough.
Why?
It's a hard world, and I gotta be tough in this hard world.
So I'm going to challenge that thought, and he can respond to that. This world is what we create it to be. It can be as easy as we choose it to be, or as tough as we believe it to be.
He says my toughness, my stubbornness is what drives me. It's what makes me successful.
And so was the agreement with your mother to help you find that stubbornness and toughness?
Yeah, but also to do what I want, not what she expects.
Okay. So in that sense, she has done exactly what the two of you agreed on?
Yeah.
Can you begin to see her in this new light as a soul that stepped in to be that thorn in your side that helps you develop the skills and qualities that you wanted to develop?
It's exactly what she is.
Mm-hmm. Can you surround her now with gratitude for being the source of discomfort, but the one that you wished to have?
Yeah.
And as you surround her with gratitude, just allow that image to fade away, knowing that she is fulfilling her part in your journey and that you are following the path that you wished to follow. Is there anything else that your father has to share with you, or anyone else that he wishes to bring forward?
He says he's proud of me for my hard work. He's proud of me for fighting for my brothers. Just keep moving forward and you'll be okay.
And is he part of your regular soul family?
Yeah.
So you have had lifetimes together before?
Many.
Was he in that lifetime as a sheriff?
No.
Become aware if your mother was in that life.
No.
All right. Before we let your father go, is there any final message for now that he wants to give to you?
He loves me. He's proud of Kat. She makes him smile so much. He feels so much pride when he sees her. And he's glad he was her father figure in this life. She didn't need her biological dad. She had a strong mom, and she had him.
Thank you. Say goodbye to your father as feels appropriate, knowing that he's always around, and any time you focus your attention on him, he will come to you. And just observe him stepping back and fading into the background. And as he does, you're going to experience beautiful healing light that begins to shine above you and all around you and floods your entire body. This light releases the energy of any limiting beliefs, of the fears, of the regrets, of the guilt. As the light floods your body, that energy simply evaporates. And you can experience or see the muscles in your body strengthening, healing, regenerating, the body becoming whole and healed. You will also experience your heart center, the very center of your chest, opening up in a beautiful golden white light. As this heart center opens, soul information begins to flow through it, and the heart begins to connect, align, and communicate clearer with your head. And the heart begins to guide the head with greater wisdom and compassion, so that you will find with every breath that you take, that every time your brain creates a thought about the way that you want to communicate to someone, your heart steps in and evaluates whether it is a loving way or a non-loving way. And you will find that you can still communicate openly, authentically, and clearly, but the thoughts will now be shaped and guided by the wisdom of your heart. And do you feel that connection, that stream flowing between your head and your heart?
I do.
Now make it glow twice as much. Now as you experience that realignment, we're going to begin to drift away, allowing all of those images to fade.